alright. Good see you. Suntan, mate, eh? How are you, mate? Got a bit of redness about you, mate. Hey?
Meant to be brown.
Hey, Eddie. How are you, mate? How's things?
Good, thank you.
Creating mischief?
Never. Trying to make order out of chaos, huh?
Daily Mail closing, mate.
Hey, the
Hey?
office.
I've never seen you like that, mate, hey? You look fantastic.
Every day.
Have you got everyone in? Set up? Gal, do you want to kick us off?
Already you've gone for 35 plus the 3 that are recovering from injury. It's not far off the all-important 31, is it? So what's the strategy behind keeping it so low in terms of numbers?
Well, numbers aren't low. We've had 4 years to pick a squad for the World Cup. We're going to name our final 31 on the 12th of August. We've obviously got a pretty good idea of where we are, and we need to see some competition in some places, and we believe we've got a squad that's got the skill, got the experience, got the collective desire to win the World Cup.
You've left out nearly 400 caps, and history tells us that it's normal experience, isn't it, that wins a World Cup. So in your mind, is that a bit of a gamble?
I never think selection's a gamble. Selection's a process. It's a 4-year process. We've looked closely at the squad we need to have to win the World Cup. There's some very good players who've been left out. I've spoken to all of those players individually and personally, and I won't be discussing any of those discussions I've had with the players. And there's a lot of disappointed players out there. But as I said, I think we've got the squad here that has enough experience to win the World Cup.
Days like these, there's always going to be good and bad conversations. Who gave you the best reaction then?
Well, we never tell the players they're in. I only find out if they're out. And obviously those discussions are pretty difficult. They're never pleasant. But all the players understand they've got to be ready. You know, everyone's got to be ready. Even though we've got an EPS squad of 45, there are other players who conceivably could play in the World Cup. Yeah, just got to look at 2011. Stephen Donald was out white baiting. Got the call from Graham Henry, and he kicks the winning goal to win the World Cup. So, you know, players who are disappointed, they've got to be ready because the opportunity may come, and you never know what's going to eventuate.
Will the opportunity still be there for your captain? How is he, your old captain, I should say, the man that captained most under you, Dylan Hartley? Will he be fit? Will he be in contention?
Yeah, well, we don't know. That's the answer. But certainly we'll continue to monitor his progress and look at him closely. But at this stage, he's unfit.
You've gone for 3 10s. Is that going to be the policy for the World Cup? And it wasn't that long ago, Mr. Cipriani was, 4th or 5th choice 10. How's he managed to get his way up to 3rd?
Well, I'm not going to discuss one player. You know, there's 35 players picked, and if you want to discuss the 35 one by one, I'm happy to do that. We got enough time?
Should we start with Cipriani?
Okay. Well, he's got the opportunity, and it's how he takes the opportunity now. So we'll just wait and see.
And Joe Marler, did you call him or did he call you?
We've kept in contact. It hasn't been an isolated conversation that led to him coming back. He wants to come back and compete for a spot, so we're delighted to give him the opportunity to come back and compete.
And having someone like that in your squad on a long trip, how beneficial could that be?
Yeah, well, he's at his best. You know, he's one of the best props in the world, and we saw that particularly in the 3rd test against South Africa in Cape Town. He was absolutely outstanding. You know, I think he played 80 minutes, which is unusual for a front row these days. And he wants to come back in, he wants to compete, he's not guaranteed a spot, and he's got plenty of competition. You've got guys like Ben Moon, Ellis Genge, Ruskin, all competing against him.
And just finally for me, you're 3 on the injured list, so Macabinapola, Jack Noel and George Cruz. At this point, do you think they're all going to be available for the World Cup?
100%, yeah. They're all progressing well. When they'll be available, we're obviously not sure, but we think they're all going to be available for the World Cup.
Jack Noel, you obviously know better than me when he's going to be fit, but would you risk taking someone like him if he hasn't played any of the warm-up games? Tight thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it'll be a case-by-case situation. We'll look at each player, look how they're progressing, where they're at, what position they play in. Some positions need higher energy systems than others, and we'll make a decision individually on each of those players. But we're pretty confident that they'll all be right to play.
Anyone else? Okay, we'll leave it there. We'll move to next up the daily quiz.
Thank you.
Thank you.